Skipping Radio.
We cast a wide net.
NFGR, No Fucks Given Radio. Leave the fucking Twinkies! The No Fucks Given Hour. Half an hour? 3 hours? Fuck, we don't know.
This whole thing might go tits up.
Your host, the unknown factor.
I don't give a fuck.
Factor 316.
Where are you, you spongy yellow delicious bastard? Where are you?
Your co-host, Chuckklez, the headhunter clown.
Yeah, well, I want to raise some pulses, don't I?
You'll raise hell.
Would you leave me alone?
And of course, always in the background, Shell.
Boing.
It's No Fucks Given. Join us now.
Cause like, legit, I had to make sure I pressed all the buttons, ladies and gentlemen, cause this is No Fucks Given Radio. I am the unknown factor, and tonight is the No Fucks Given Hour. So you know we got the headhunt, so I got that headhunter with me. Chuckles, what's good?
Yo, what up though? Just having a day with a severed head across the table from me and just having some fucking good ass time. What's up with you?
I just don't know how to respond to you showing me the severed head. It's like, alright.
That temper style.
I was watching Circus Kane, motherfucker. And you're like, I'm chilling with a severed head. Like, he was living Circus Kane and shit. What are you gonna do? You know, that's what's up. We'll do a little bit of purging, but we got Christopher Olen Ray tonight in the house. Yeah, he's the creator, director of Circus Kane, as well as one of the producers, as well as was the second unit director on The Purge, as well as has a library of work that you can go to his fucking IMDb to check, because Chris, I'm not listing it all off, but we'll get into some of it. But how you doing, man?
I'm doing well, guys. Thanks for having me.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
By.
No worries.
But
he's just
speaking of severed heads, guys, I got these two clown heads literally sitting on my counter in my house. So you know, I literally do keep these heads with me for the clowns.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. That's what's up, man.
I feel left out. I feel like I need a head. Like,
well, in my house right now, I got the two heads of the clown. I also have I've got Balthazar Kane's head somewhere in here.
That's what's up, man. It's like, yo, Factor, it's not that really hard to get a severed head, bro. Just like go out in the red light district, just pick up a cheap hooker on the side and just go Edmund Kemper style on her ass and just you got your collection.
No, first off, you just said it wasn't that expensive, but then you told me to travel all the fucking way to the red light district.
Yeah, that's where all the trophies go at.
I mean, I'm just saying it would be kind of slightly expensive to get all the way to the fucking red light district. That's, man, we're getting way off topic. We'll do that again and again, but that's besides the point. But we always start these shows in a very particular manner. Chris, Chuckles.
Hi, for sure. Yo, Christopher, how you going? How's it doing, bro?
Doing good, man.
All right, sweet, man. So before we get into the mouth of madness with you in this whole entire interview, man, this is the one question that I've always given for our first guests that come to the show, man. It's like, in your opinion, what is the true meaning of life?
You know, the true meaning of life to me would be to just make sure that the day that it's all said and done, one, you slide into that bitch versus going in all nice and unbruised. And that's why I got broken bones and all sorts of shit. And the amount of people that remember what you did for everyone else.
Hell yeah, man.
Hell yeah. That's what's up. So that's going to leave me, man, because I just got to ask. Chris, I mean, I see you, and we'll get into initially, like, you've done a library of work. Man, you have. What got you into that shit in the first place?
Dude, I was born into this. My dad's been doing this for 40-something years now. So as a kid, my father was a single parent, and I would go to school, go to set, go to school, go to set. And about 18 or 19 years old, I wanted nothing to do with this business, and I went to join the military. I was gone for about 15 years.
Oh, wow.
About 10 years ago, I got laid off from a government contracting job, and I got back in the business. So the majority of what you're seeing is what I've done over the last 10 years.
Well, man, I just want to ask, what made you at 19 want nothing to do with it?
Dude, I was a shithead. I mean, I was high school dropout. I was fucking. I mean, no, seriously, all across the board. I would end up in jail or something. And it really, walking the streets of Van Nuys Boulevard, I fucking walked by City Hall one day. Oh shit! Let me go see if I can join the military. Honestly, I mean, it was probably the best thing I ever did, but it was one of those random thoughts that let's see if we can do something with our life. And lo and behold, I was actually pretty good at it. So,
now, what branch were you in?
I was a Navy. I was a Navy quartermaster, and I was a Navy photographer.
Nice.
That's a wide range of experience, man. Like, hey, I was in the Navy. Oh no, I was also the second unit director on the Purge. What?
I was the first AD. Yeah, I gotta get it right, guys. I was the first AD for the stunt unit.
Oh, first AD. I do what? I swear. Well, then I think IMDb.
IMDb has it down as second unit director or assistant director is how it's listed. But I was the first AD for the stunt unit. The second unit director was also one of the stunt coordinators. So I want to make sure that's good out there because that dude was badass. The stuff we did was amazing, but him and his team were the reason.
That's what's up, man. Yeah.
Coordinating stunts for a film like The Purge.
Oh, dude, we were blowing things up and lighting things on fire and all sorts of things in downtown Buffalo, and it was absolutely insane.
Now it just makes me want to go up to Buffalo with you guys and do
dude.
some crazy shit with y'all, man.
Well, that and then they were paying me to go to work. I mean, I was like, I would have done this for free.
That just has to be such an odd experience. Here's a perfectly good car. I'm going to blow it up. Why? Because I need this shot. What? Like, imagine if you told that to somebody just, like a while back before it's like, I was just kind of, there's something slightly absurd about it. They blew up all kinds of shit. I don't know. It's just the concept of that to me, especially if you look at the level, like The Purge. I can imagine, like, how many cars do you think you guys blew up in that film?
We didn't blow up a ton of cars. I mean, but we fired off a couple thousand rounds. We lit a giant vehicle on fire. I can't get too much into it. Like I said, I know it's coming out next week. So, a lot of stuff. I mean, a lot of stunts. You saw in the trailer the guy getting dragged behind a motorcycle. We did that. There's just, I wouldn't say so many blowing up cars. There's a bunch of teddy bears that get blown up.
A bunch of teddy bears?
Not the teddy bears.
Man, that's just rude, Chris. I gotta say this. Don't come out till next week. We're all aware. I think it's July 4th. It's coming out on July 4th, right? Or is it 5th?
It comes out July 3rd, and then it
3rd.
hits theaters everywhere the 4th.
All right, 3rd. All right. So, how does it end?
Yeah.
You won't tell us the ending?
No, I can't do it.
Fine. Whatever.
You have to watch the movie yourself, yeah.
Bet out for real. I
Well,
look forward to it. I think it's interesting that they went back and did the
What's
first
funny, though, is that it's the fourth Purge, but it's based on the first Purge. So you know the ending because you've seen the other three movies.
Oh, yeah. It's like, I've seen all the first, second, and third Purge movies,
Right,
and all of them were really good, by the way. So this is like the beginning to how it all started, pretty much.
Correct. This is the start of it all. So I said you know how it ends because the other three films.
Yeah, true.
Hell yeah.
I just want to know, like, what happened to the main character, though. We ain't trying to get into the specifics, though, man. I'm just fucking with you. I'll be real honest.
Yeah.
I do think it's
I'm the wrong dude to ask that stuff, dude.
I do think it's interesting that they went back and, like I said, did the first Purge, though. Like, that's what they did for the fourth film. Now, I'm curious, though, man, because then, like I said, I was in the middle of watching Circus Kane. We're going to go, when we wrap this up, if we can fit it in, like, the second I get a chance, I'm going to go finish that, because it was damn good as far as I get into it. But I'm curious, because, I mean, that's a horror film that's on a completely different level. What do you find are the main differences in doing those kind of films when you're going into something that, has gunshots and explosives and all this, and then going into a film that's, I'm gonna hack your face in half and I'm gonna chainsaw this person, like I'm gonna stab, and like that's what it is.
You know, man, the business is, there's a few things about it. So horror will never die. Horror films will be made forever. You know, how well they do in the box office is one thing, but the fact that people will always watch horror films. The other thing is action. Everyone loves the adrenaline rush of watching action films. So I've directed a film called Mercenaries, which had a bunch of action, and then have done a bunch of horror. The real difference is just one of them is gunfights and fist fights. The other one is, you know, you have your main villain and you're hunting down or stabbing or chopping, or, you know, there's some sort of blood giving. You're trying to show as much blood as possible to create either gore or scare. Now, of course, you can actually do more scare without blood, but, you know, I'm a lot more fan of the older, you know, the original Evil Dead 1, where the guy pulled the stick out of his leg and the blood just went flying everywhere. You know, so that
a human body doesn't have that much blood.
No, I'm well aware.
Awesome.
We use buckets of blood, and there's we always look at it and go, yeah, this isn't coming from a human, but it looks good on camera.
Hell yeah!
Oh yeah, the gorier the better, right?
Oh yeah, no. I mean, if you can sit there and just go, you know, that's a little too much. Well, and then it probably was just enough.
Hell yeah. Was there any other, when you guys were working on these movies, has there come to a scene where you feel like, oh shit, you know what, bro? I think this is way too much. Or is it like, nah, I think they'll get used to it?
I think, well, so here's the thing. So we shot Circus Kane, and we shot the ending of that film first. And when you see it, you'll see what I'm talking about. But the female lead is covered from head to toe in blood. And when we got to the sequence, when we do the sequence right before the end, she wasn't covered in blood yet. And so we literally had to figure out a way for this one kill to get her completely drenched in blood. And so when you see the sequence, now you'll get a nice little chuckle out of it, because it literally, the reason why we did what we did with it was because she had to be covered in blood to match the continuity of the stuff we shot day one. And we just literally did buckets and buckets and buckets. I mean, everyone's just throwing it at her. So.
Hell yeah.
So,
was there ever came to a time where somebody gets so drenched in blood they get a little bit annoyed? Because there's some people that say in their story, the aftermath, when they get blood covered over the body, like constantly in every scene, they get a little bit upset or annoyed or depressed or some shit.
You know, she was, I'll give her credit. The woman who played the character, Victoria, she did a great job. I mean, she never complained. She never had a problem. I mean, we covered her in blood probably out of a 12-day show. I think she was in blood 4 days total. Never complained. She's like, oh, it's time to go get covered in blood. All right, let's go do it. So, you know, it's good to meet people like that. But yeah, no, we've had people who don't want anything on them at all.
Yeah, I've heard complaint stories from Bruce Campbell more than anybody else. Like, I've heard him be like, you know, like, after so long.
It's all fun and all, but when you constantly have red all over you and you had to constantly take showers, and then next scene, covered in blood, showered. Next scene, covered in blood. What the fuck, man?
I mean, I can understand that from Bruce Campbell, because for real, it's like, he just gets soaked in blood all the time. I think if you'd done it for years, it would eventually get to this, like, Jesus fuck Christ. Can I just do something where I'm not getting covered in blood, like, head to toe? So, yeah, I can understand that. I'm curious, though, man, on everything you've done, not necessarily pick something you've done, but it's just stylized. What's your favorite style of and genre to work on? I mean, you prefer working like sci-fi, horror, action, or do you just want to find something that's a good product and that's the main key?
You know, I love and prefer, I guess, action. Because you know, growing up with my father, that's what he did the most of. He did a lot of horror in the 80s, but he also did a lot of action. And for me, that's what I sat around and watched. I'd watch the fight scenes and the car flips and you know, all these things with the movies like Armed Response and Cyclone. You know, that's where I got to meet. I met like Martin Landau and Jeffrey Combs and Lee Van Cleef and David Carradine. So the action, there's a resignation with me about almost feeling at home when doing an action film or a fight sequence, or even in a film that's coming out next week, Minutes to Midnight. It's horror, but I've got fight sequences between characters. I wanted something a little different. So again, action is the preferred. Horror is for me is fun. It's one of those things. It's just a fun thing to make.
That's what's up, man.
Well, let's get into what you just said, though, because you've got Minutes to Midnight coming out soon. You've got the Purge that you worked on dropping up soon. I think the first Purge. Well, it's the newest Purge, whatever. My wife's giving me shit because I didn't say the first. I'm pretty sure people are aware that the Purge does not come out July 30th. It's the new Purge.
Usually when I see the Purge when it came out, usually it's always on the 4th of July, like the last 3 films they released.
Yeah, but no. And man, I think you've got currently 12 projects coming up. Is that right?
So some of the things you see that are listed have been up there for a couple of years. What we have coming out right now, we have Minutes to Midnight, so it comes out next week. We have, like I said, the Purge that comes out the next day. So M2M comes out on Tuesday. Purge comes out on Wednesday. There's a comedy that I did with my cousin Bobby Ray Schaefer called They Want Dick Dixter, which should be coming out here in the next couple months. I just finished my very first series called Fracture, which broke on Variety about a week ago. So I've got, hopefully that will be, we're shopping it now, so that'll hopefully get picked up. And we have a couple other things that are basically in the works and or greenlit that aren't up on IMDb, and right now it's really just a matter of time and where to place what project.
I know. Can I say there's one, and you were like, man, that's not my film. And I know it's not your film, it's your partner's film. Breakfast Club, that just sounds fantastic.
Yeah, it was.
He has it's a great idea. And he originally wanted me to direct it, but again, it's one of those things where it's hard for me to talk about because it's his concept and his, he really came up with everything about it. It's so I don't get too much into that one because I don't want to misquote him, or I don't want to give a different story than what actually is up in his head. So that's why I was saying that one's not mine. He does want me to direct it, so at one point in time it will be me bringing it to life, but again, it's his concept and story.
Oh, but you're gonna be the
yeah.
director. Okay, well then, you should have told me. I felt like when you said that, I was like, is he just not involved in that film? But okay.
No.
Okay.
I'm very adamant about making sure that the right people get credit for what they do, and because our business, a lot of times in our business, people don't really care. And that's one of the things I'm very adamant with everyone who puts something in, because especially independent film, we're not making a ton of money, and all you have is either your name and or your product. So to make sure that both of those things are presented properly is why we continue to keep doing what we're doing.
Exactly, man. It's like,
oh, go ahead, Chuckklez.
I was like, yeah, exactly. Like, credit, always pay credit what credit is due, especially when you're working on these big projects together. It's like, if you could say which films was your all-time favorite, what would be the top one on your list of your favorite films you got created with your partners?
Directing or producing?
Both ways.
Okay, so producing, one of the things I'm most proud of, I'm gonna have to say Battle Dogs. It was produced for the Sci-Fi Channel and the Asylum. It was directed by the DP for Z Nation, Alexander Yellen. It was his first film as a director. He's also been my DP probably for 10 or 15 films, and he's a close friend. But to have him really almost pick me to do this film with him, and for the way it came out, we went to Buffalo, New York for the very first time. We helped kind of get their film industry back going again. This was like 5 years ago, and now they've got, like I said, now they got the Purge, and they had Marshall, and they had all these things. But when we went there 5 years ago, there was nothing. It was dead. So just that film in its entirety, very proud of. As a director, I'm in a toss-up. Mercenaries for years has been my number one, and it was just because the cast and the way it came together and everything about it just kind of fell into place. But Circus Kane, for what we made it for the performance that Tim Abel gives as Balthazar Kane, for Vinny Gastani and his group coming in and doing all our practical effects, that film, if I told you what we made it for, you would tell me I was bullshitting, because we did it on such a low budget with so many people who just wanted to make the movie with us. And you can see it on camera. And that's where that film, like I said, there's a different resignation with it, where that one just, everything was a good time. People cared about it, and people were showing up early. I mean, not like 20 minutes, hours early to make sure sets were ready. And they just left, 3 or 4 hours earlier. So and nobody was asking them to do that. They were doing it on their own accord because they wanted it to look good.
Hell yeah, man. That's what's up.
I was seeing if I could find the budget for that on IMDb. It doesn't say it. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be like, oh yeah, what did you make it for? Huh? And then I'm like, fuck, it's not
you're not going to find it, bro, because we don't talk about it. But all I'm saying to you is I can tell you right now, it's not what you think it is.
Sorry, I will say real quick, sorry, my roof's getting done, so my dog's kind of pissed about it. So if she barks, my apologies to everyone listening, and you, Chris and Chuckklez both. It's funny you use that dog whisper. But yeah, hey, what are you gonna do? You're getting the fucking roof done. Man, was it less than their prize if they won?
Yeah, that's the answer you're gonna get out of me.
I know, but I figured I could at least pull that. I really did. I was like, he'll answer this much, but I won't be able to get any more. So that's besides the point. All right.
Yeah, but yes, to answer your question, yes, it was less than the prize.
Sweet news.
Now I'm trying to remember what the fuck I wanted to ask when I let you roll with that, Chuckklez, and I don't goddamn well remember. I'll be real fucking honest. Oh, hey, I will say, as far as giving credit where credit's due, this beat y'all are hearing in the background, shout out to Noose Instrumentals. Go check his ass out on SoundCloud. That's my motherfucking boy and my producer. And Chuckklez make it awkward, because that's what the wife said to do.
Oh, make this awkward. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry,
I always
Chris.
do this for the rapper side, but let's do it for the film director and producer side of you. So I'm going to give you a question, man. And this question in general, some people might answer this one, and there's some that refuse to answer it for personal reasons. You ready for this one?
I'm good, bro. What you got?
All right, sweet. So I know that you've worked with a few well-known actors in your films, and I'm curious, man, who are the 2 actors that you were honored and blessed to work with in your films, and who are the 2 other artists who were like, oh my god, I wish I never had this motherfucker in my films?
2 actors I was honored to have. I'm gonna give you 2 men and 2 women. All right, because I've got to, because it's just that kind of thing. Zoe Bell,
big ass list. So
Zoe
it's
Bell,
understandable, Chris.
and
I'll be real fucking honest. I don't want to think about how many people you've worked with.
Zoe Bell and Vivica Fox, absolutely amazing. Both women, absolutely amazing. Vivica I've worked with numerous times, and Zoe I've talked to about a couple times a year. Both women have been great, and I still am happy to have contact with both of those women today. Actors, for name actor purposes, I mean, William Baldwin coming on and working with us on Minutes to Midnight was an honor, and the dude was, I mean, you talk about a guy who showed up, absolutely professional, knew his lines, had an idea for the character before we even talked. Across the board, that was amazing. And, there's tons of stars and everything out there. But I've got to say Tim Abel was the other one. I've known Tim since I was like 14. And the very first film I ever directed him in was Mercenaries. But then we've gone on to he did Mega Shark versus Colossus with me. He did Circus Kane. I mean, we called him up one day and said, hey, dude, here's this horror film we're doing. and I'm thinking that putting you as this Circus Kane ringleader type character would be perfect. And I said, I just didn't know how you feel about prosthetics. And Timmy, without missing a beat, just said, all right, yeah, fuck it. Call my agent, tell him I'm booking this with you. Okay, all right. Let's do it. So, I mean, you know, there's a ton of other actors who, Richard Grieco, who he's become a good friend of mine. Or Rob Van Dam. I talk to RVD every other day. DDP. I mean, there's so many people who have come on and I've made friends with. But like with Tim, again, Tim's a thing I've known since I was a little kid. Baldwin was, again, growing up in the 80s and 90s. Baldwin was the guy watched grow up. And then Zoe is just a fucking badass stunt chick, and Vivica. There's nothing to say about Vivica. She is just Vivica Fox. I mean, there's nothing else about that. That woman shoots. She shoots straight from the hip. Is honest, straightforward, and easy to deal with.
That's what's up, man.
All right, so those are my positives.
Yeah.
Negatives. Do you have any negatives?
Let's say
for negatives, I'll give you films. I'll give you movies that have the negative actor in it. I will never talk about an actor live, or whatever. But I can tell you what film,
enough.
And then you guys can guess it from there.
How about a good story though, too, Chris?
Well, the worst experience I've ever had, and is by far the one aspect of my career that no matter how bad anything gets, no matter how bad anything gets, I compare it to this. The movie Shark Week. And now, mind you guys, you guys are getting this first time live. I've never actually talked about it on the air with anybody. So, movie Shark Week was such a clusterfuck, and to the point where there are some things that I legally can't talk about because they are still being worked on through company lawyers and things like that. But there were so many aspects of that film that, one, we're lucky to have a movie, and two, lucky that I'm in the U.S. right now. Okay, so that movie, awful. We'll talk about a film we can actually talk about in a minute, but there's not much I can talk about that movie, but that is by far the worst experience of making a movie I've ever had.
Oh, man.
The series I just made right now, there was one actor or one performer in the series that we did that completely offset the rest of the cast. Again, won't get into it, but that's Fracture. When you guys watch it, you may be able to figure it out. only one. I mean, out of all, you'll see there's about 20 guest stars and stars, and there's tons of names in it. Only one was a problem. And then, it's a common thing, guys. Sniper. We did a thing called Sniper, and as much negativity as we heard about this one actor, we did a bunch of stuff to prepare, and he actually came on and was amazing. But the lead up to it was painful. We did the film Sniper starring Steven Seagal. Our preparation and lead up to that was actually more painful than it was to actually make it. So, but yeah, those are probably my worst experiences. And like I said, Shark Week takes the cake.
That's funny though. You've just heard so many horror stories of a guy that you prep really well for it, and they're just are fucking just anxiety out the ass. Then it gets there and everything's fine. Really, that would be slightly. Well, no,
but even the team said that he was the best performance and everything from him for anyone. But we surrounded him with special forces and every question that was asked, we had the right answer. We had rule book type answers for special forces and all sorts of things for it. So it worked out really well. I will say one thing, and I said it to their face before, but the Asylum, no matter what goes on, I will always be in debt to the Asylum. I've worked with them for almost 6 years. They're also the reason I was able to get off that island and get back to the U.S. So, yeah.
Hell yeah.
So, Nick, man, Chuckklez, you can't tell me you don't want to fucking question him. Like, what the... And you can't even talk about it though. That's fucking annoying.
Right. Well, there's aspects of it because there were so many weird things that happened, and the chain of events, bro. We could be here for hours and talking about this, and I wouldn't be done talking about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's one of the situations that when we were done talking about it, you tell me I was full of shit. Because
did you guys feed someone
everything
to a
that
shark
could go
or
wrong
something?
did go
What
wrong.
the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, literally everything that could go wrong went wrong. Almost every aspect of that. The one thing I had was I had great support back in the States, which was I had Allison Gozer, Gerald Webb, David Latt, Romali, Bales. So that team of people back in Los Angeles and California made it possible to where years later, here we are. There's actually a movie made, and but yeah, no. I asked about a year ago if I could make the making of that movie because it was so outrageous. So,
they told you no?
No, they actually told me yes, but they wanted to see an outline. So, but to do it right, I've had to actually go to people who were with me, and we've actually been putting together all the facts because everyone's story is different. What you experience is different than what I experience, and so we just want to make sure we get the right consensus before we give it to them.
Hell yeah, that's dope, man. That's why I got back in the country. All right. So you're bringing up the point of teamwork though in that, and I mean that's why you did manage to get back. And I'm curious. I mean, working in the industry you do, it's obviously something that it has to be a collaborative effort, or the shit's not gonna work. Right? So I'm curious, what do you do collectively as a group? If there's one motherfucker that's a thorn, what do you find to be the best solution, especially when you're in the situation where you're the director? If you've got one motherfucker and it's just oh dude, this dude's fucking shit up. What do you do? What do you do to fix that?
It depends. It depends on who it is and how and the one thing I would say is the military helped me tremendously with patience, and then having a daughter, my patience is much better than it was 20 years ago. But you figure out what if that person has a quirk, and you always try to find something where you guys either see eye to eye or you're level with the actor or actress. And once you can figure out what the issue is, if there's an issue, most of the time you can deal with it. Now, if somebody just doesn't want to fucking be there, there's nothing you can do.
Have you ever had that happen?
Yes.
Ugh.
Oh.
Yes, and they made it very apparent, and they for a lack of a better fucking word, they actually said, can I just go to bed and you fucking ADR me later?
Wow, man. That's
and
ridiculous,
and everybody, and you fall asleep on a reverse on another actor, and they, you can actually hear you snoring on the fucking even right now I get fucking irritated.
That's unprofessional shit right there, especially if you're on the phone and they're snoring behind the phone. Wow, man.
No, bro. You camera. We did your close up. You were great. The other star actor. These are two stars. The other star actor was off camera for you. We turn around to go over you under the star that was just off camera for you, and you fall asleep.
Damn.
I said to the other actor, I said, dude, if you're pissed off, handle it. I'm gonna walk away.
Why would you accept that job? I don't understand. I mean, was it
exactly if you accept the job in the first place, but you end up not doing it?
I don't think the actor thought through the fact that they were not going to be the biggest name on set. When the actor showed up and they realized that everyone around them was somebody, I think they panicked.
So that's a big problem for you, huh? Fucking actor egos,
jealousy is always the problem too when it comes.
Yeah, but you're talking one person. This was one person in the group of a ton. I mean, it was a bunch of people here, and I don't know what happened there, but it happened, but yeah, it resonates very well with me today.
That's Yeah, that's just crazy. Like, I want to fuck everything.
That's what ruins like films, like good filmmaking too. With those who have egos, it just ruins the whole project. You know what I'm saying?
And whatever.
I will say, as a director, I've been lucky to not have people who have an ego in that per se. You know, but I think part of the issue that was recently was that they were just not prepared to be an equal. They were expecting to be catered to. And when they realized that everyone around them was better or the same, and there was no catering, it became a different situation.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Fuck catering. It does. Like my wife just said, it happens in music, too. Chuckles, opinions?
Oh, yeah, that's true, too. Because there's some people that are very dedicated when it comes, like, even musicians like us, too. Like, we're underground rappers, too. We have, like, full passion and dedication when it comes to, like, projects, show-wise, and just caring more for the people, too, that support our music. And then we got our, you know, people that have this alter ego that just, like, legit think, oh, yeah, now that I'm gaining more popularity, is like, I don't really have to do shit. And if I in this position where I see this person who is better than me, then I'm going to have like a bitch fit about it. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous wise too. You know what I'm saying?
I'll agree with you on this, because being around the business for as long as I have and being somewhat successful, I actually have friends who I really tell them, I say, if I become some fucking asshole and become a little different than what you used to, snap me upside the fucking head and tell me I'm being a dick.
Yes.
You know? So
I love
because
it.
at the end of the day, dude, you can't don't be be nice to everybody. You're never going to know where somebody's going to be at. And what that means is basically look at people who what was it? Tarantino was a PA years ago, and now he's Academy Award-winning director writer. You got people who. Who is it? The dude from Tiger Killer Tomatoes. He ends up George Clooney ends up being one of the biggest stars in the world. But if you're mean to these people, they don't forget.
They don't forget. They don't forgive.
No, I was a PA years ago for a First AD who treated me like shit, and I will never hire the guy.
For real, though.
I mean, that's understandable. I think that's something that's really lost, is that, you know, just treat motherfuckers kind of how you want to be treated. Don't be a dick. I think that's a lot to do with the internet, though. People have adopted the fact of, hey, you know, I can just really say whatever I want because there aren't consequences, because 90% of what people say anymore, they say online, and there's really not.
Yeah, but I mean, when you're dealing directly with people, this is all I was getting at, was when you're dealing directly with people. You know, I'm producing a film right now, and they just wrapped. I just got a text message saying they just wrapped. But we try to be nice to everybody, and there's somebody on my crew who is mean or rude, or they're done. Get your bags and get out of here. I mean, we don't have time for it. We're not being paid enough money. These guys are busting their ass. You can't be mean. You know,
exactly.
Everyone is very calm and collective, and even when somebody gets in trouble, in the sense of trouble, there's no real yelling. It's, dude, what the fuck did you just do? You know? But you let people respond, talk, and that's what people don't do now. You have people who everyone knows better than them, and yeah, you're gonna end up with people out of work when some 20-year-old PA you have ends up being he runs Warner Brothers or Universal, and you were a dick.
Hell no. Look, I totally agree with you on that. It is great to take other people's advice. That's why this radio really is like fucking ran on all kinds of different levels. Like, I fucking shout out to, you know, DKB and my wife, Killing Graphics. Fucking DKB just added a shitload more music into the server for y'all. So like when we're not on air with some live shit, it's all kinds of different variety. Like 3 fucking gigs worth, you know. So I mean, it's definitely collected effort. Plus Chuckles fucking hosts I don't know how many goddamn shows.
Too many.
Lando's
and I
trying
love
to
it.
get me to. Lando's trying to get me to fucking kill him. I guess. Oh shit, we do need to tell him.
Yeah, we have a homie who goes by the name of Lando. His real name is Landisberg. He's a huge homie of ours. He just loves every guest that we bring onto the show. He wants us to throw him in his box because he's that bloodthirsty. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with him. I don't know. Even Factor doesn't know.
Hey man, whatever works for you guys.
we'll get to that. My wife said do it now too, but whatever. I'm gonna kick your ass. Now everybody's making me forget the fucking question because they're trying to make me flip to the last goddamn segment. They're like, no, what's up, Burton in the motherfucking house too? Why'd they do that to me? See, this is why, and I don't take notes, Chris. We just kind of roll by our fucking cuff of our balls, right?
If it normally works for you, I mean, that's usually it's okay, as long as it normally works for you.
It does normally work for me. It's just, look, everybody called for the end segment on me, and I'm like, I had a fucking question. Everybody's like, kill him. And I'm like, I'm not trying to kill him yet. Chris, they all want me to kill you. These motherfuckers is like, purge Chris. Do it now. Like, Circus, like, Jesus Christ, that's fucking hard.
Circus Kane Chris, please.
I got a really fucked up crew, bro, you know? I don't know what else to say. I really do.
Bro, it sounds like you got family, and that's just what it is, dude. Family can be both sides of everything. So.
Oh yeah, we're all fucking.
Yeah, we're like the real life version of Leatherface and his family. You know what I'm saying? Bloodthirsty, but we care.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. You guys can hate each other all day long as it's in between all of you. If somebody comes in and does it, it's a whole other story.
Oh yeah, it definitely does work like that though, man. I mean, it really does. So, God, just Chris, I'm curious, with all the work you put in and everything, how the fuck do you find any free time? Because I know actually you would see, how was The Incredibles 2, man?
Incredibles 2 was great. My daughter loved it. She wasn't as happy as she thought she was going to be with it because she's 14 and she's opening up to the world and seeing what certain things are, and she had her own opinion about Incredibles 2, and she, coming from a woman, she thought it was sexist towards men, which was
sexist towards men. Oh,
this is coming from my 14-year-old daughter, and I had her explain to me why. And in her mind, it made sense.
Because the girl was getting more of the fame, more than her husband. It's like it kind of makes sense in a way that he had to be the stay-home dad while she's doing all the work.
Well, it was that, but then there was no chance for the husband to redeem himself, and that's what like I said, the fact that she caught it, I was like, I didn't even see that, but okay, yeah. And then once I thought about it, I'm like, you're right. The dad really never does redeem.
And like he tries to redeem himself, but they just never give him that second chance. You know what I'm saying? Like from the first to the second now.
Yeah, no. So I mean, again, it was a very interesting thing, but it was stuff like that I do with my daughter, and we do that. We go to concerts, and but free time, dude. Yeah. I do concerts, man. I make films, and I go to as many music shows as I possibly can.
What kind of music shows you go to, man? What do you go? What's your choice? What's that thing that like gets you going musically?
Bro, I'm a huge Rancid fan. I've been listening to Rancid for 20, almost 30 years. Since almost 30 years now. Rancid, Boss Tones, Transplants, like I said, big punk ska, No Effects, Offspring.
Hell yeah.
What's your opinion of rap,
tonight,
Chris? I gotta know.
My Boss Tones is playing right down the street tonight, so I'm so debating.
I gotta know, man. What's your opinion of rap? Because I mean, we played the shit out of it over here. No Folks Giving Radio.
Bro, I like music. So if it's good music, I don't prefer. But if it's good music, I won't tell somebody to turn it off. That's the whole thing. But good music is good, bad is bad. If it sucks, I don't want to hear it.
All I know
That's why we never listen to the radio anymore.
Hey, the only radio I listen to,
unless it's like they have the old school stuff onto it that we loved and enjoyed from the past, you know what I'm saying? I'll still listen to it, but if it's like the new shit, I can't do it. My little niece does it. It was like I can't do it myself.
Why ain't you bumping No Fucks Given radio, asshole? That's got dope shit on it up to.
That's different. We're talking about like the radio that you be in your car.
Yeah, fuck the normal radio. That shit makes me want to blow my head off. But can I say, like, I've had conversations with you, Chris, on Instagram, and there's this question I want to ask, but I feel like an asshole based on conversations we've had if I ask it. I swear to God, I really do, and that's I just don't know if I should. I really
give it to him.
There's this part of me that's like, man, that's fucking mean, because I already know the answer to the question.
Just give it to him.
I kind of want to. No, man, I feel like that's mean. He told me to get blackout drunk. Yeah, see, he got it, and that's good enough, ladies and gentlemen. Right? Hey, is there anything you want to get to, Chris, that we haven't had the chance to?
Guys, it really just comes down to, like I said, Minutes to Midnight's coming out next week. We've got They Want Dick Dixter. I'm really proud of a series I've done with producing partners, Lonnie Entertainment, End of the Rose Productions, my business partner Gerald Webb, and Deinstitutionalized. Fracture, produced by Allison Gozer. And if you guys look up online, Variety broke it. We've got something on the horizon that may pan out to be a great thing. We'll find out here about the 1st of August. So, with that going on, that's really what we got. And we got some other things happening this year. But those are the big deals that are going on.
Hell yeah, man! I'm looking forward to seeing them.
Yeah, putting in work, man. I'm glad you do manage to find free time. That's just good to know to me. And like I said, I know you can check out Circus Kane on Amazon Prime as well. That's where we're fucking checking that out right now. We got to go finish that here in just a minute. Like I said, Purge coming up, all that good shit. But man, I don't give a fuck. It's dope that you won an Emmy. Shout out for that, Chris. We totally didn't even bring that up during the whole fucking show. This motherfucker won an Emmy, ladies and gentlemen. That's dope. But I still. I producing partners for Fracture, Lonnie Entertainment, produced a show called The Bay on Amazon. For season 3, they needed a little bit of help. I came on and helped them. Their repayment to me was including me as a producer and submitting me as part of their group for the Emmy. I also will be one of the executive producers on their season 4. So, but yeah, they won for best daytime drama. And yes, I won an Emmy.
Yeah, congratulations on that, man. That's what's up.
I just gotta, man. I gotta see. How was that experience, man? Like, how would you sum it up,
bro? It was a little surreal. It's again doing something for another show and then winning an award like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little different than a lot of people. I had to actually do some more work with them before I felt comfortable actually showing up to the event. So by the time we got time to do that, and I had my daughter and my father and one of my best friends all there with me, and then they won. It's just surreal. My dad's been doing this for 47 years, and he even said it was one of the best things for him to watch. So it was very cool.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations, man! Since that is awesome, and I mean something that not a great deal of people on this planet percentage-wise could ever fucking say that they managed to accomplish. So it's definitely a mile marker and a milestone in my opinion.
With that being said, before we get going, my business partner Gerald Webb was in the final rounds of possibly making the ballot for primetime nomination. So I guess we'll find out here in a few weeks. But he was up for the possibility of being nominated. He had three projects that he was up for. We'll find out if he gets a nomination here in a couple of weeks, but that would be for a primetime Emmy, not a daytime. So again,
nice.
So
hell yeah.
G-Web is doing his thing as well. So we're trying to
as well. Yeah, but man, I just gotta do one thing, man. I think I gotta kind of fuck up your day here, Chris. I'm sorry because it's time. I'm gonna shove you in a box, bro. Right? And don't take it personal. We do this to everyone, right? But I'm gonna shove you in a box, bro. Right? I'm gonna ship you off to this island, right? Bro, this island kind of sucks, Chris. It's 10 by 10 with one palm tree and 1 coconut, right? And you may want to leave the palm tree and coconut the fuck alone. This is just advice from me, the unknown factor, to you, Christopher Olen Ray. All right, and then there's the water. Chuckles, tell them about the water.
Oh shit! It's been a while since we talked about the water. You want to know what's in the water, bro?
Bring it. What you got?
All right. So since we're gonna do a little proportion to your side, we're gonna have 2 sea monsters that you created yourself in the movies that you made. So we're gonna have the 3-headed shark inside the ocean, and not just only them, we're gonna have the crocosaurus inside that bitch too. Yeah, so they're all swimming around that island, dude. The crocosaurus and the 3-headed shark. So as much as you put a pinky toe inside of that water, they're gonna snatch you up quickly and just like dismember you in the most graphic way. So I advise you stay away from the water.
Yeah. So let's review one more time, right? You're on this island. It's 10 by 10. 1 palm tree, 1 coconut. You really probably rather should not fuck with, unless you decide to. That's always your choice. And water that you really probably shouldn't go into. Now, I want you to know you're not going.
But that's a choice, though. Like, this is a
choice. If you want to accept the water, it's fine, right? Because you're not going nowhere, Chris. This is where you spend the rest of your days, right? But we're not just going to leave you like that, man. We're going to give you a couple options, right? A couple things maybe to check out, you know, to entertain your ears, your eyes, and everything else, right? While you sit and chill on this island. Now, before we get into this, and I don't feel like you'll go there, Chris, but I still have to say it. No sexual activity is allowed. We've had issues in the past, man. Like, I won't even get into, like, people trying to fuck the coconut. And it was bad, right? That's neither here nor there. You go check out past episodes of No Fucks Given, or fucking find that on nofucksgivenradio.com, ladies and gentlemen. But, so, no sexual activity, right? But, again, a couple options will be given. The first will be given by the headhunter, Chuckles.
Alright, sweet. So, you made it on the island, right? And you're trying to find yourself some entertainment for your wife, for yourself. Since you're all by yourself on the island, somebody might go crazy and just, you know, be like Tom Hanks in the movie. What was that movie? I forgot what it was called. Shit, Outcast.
Castaway.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Castaway. My bad. So, we're gonna give you a TV, man, above you, like those old school projectile screens you see in those outdoor theaters. But I'm sorry, bro, but these 3 films, you only have to choose one. And these 3 films that you might choose might be one of the most ratchet, most disgusting, disturbing for the eyes that you've ever seen before. You ready for this one?
What you got?
All right, so your first option is you have to witness a full-blown operation of the Blue Waffle itself. Have you ever seen the Blue Waffle before?
I have no idea what the fuck that is, so no.
Are you near a computer screen right now? We can Google this.
I'm working on it. Give me a second. Keep going.
Oh, you're about to be horrified, Chris. I wish I had video on Chris right now so we could get a facial reaction when he sees this, because it's gonna be fucking priceless. He's gonna be like, "What in the fuck?"
Waffle, the Blue Waffle, yeah, that's pretty nasty, guys.
Are you Google imaging that?
No, I'm good, dude. Thanks.
So you get to watch surgery. That's your first selection, man. Look. I kind of want to put in a second selection, Chuckles, but I'm not gonna say.
All right, give it to him.
Besides, it's something that stars a God of Thunder. Chris knows what I'm talking about. Give him option 3.
All right, option 3.
I'm sorry, bro.
All right, option 3. You have to witness Bruce Jenner, not Caitlyn Jenner, but Bruce Jenner, give birth for the very first time.
So you're saying I have to the operation of the Blue Waffle. I'm stuck watching my own damn movie for you know, dude, at that point in time, you just fucking hit me in the head with the coconut?
No, yeah, if you want to approach the coconut, I told you it wasn't a good idea.
Yeah, well, the 3 options you gave me of things to watch aren't very good either.
Well, hey, I didn't say these were going to be good options.
No, you warned me. You warned me these were fucking shitty options, but yeah, these are, just kill me now and we'll be good, bro.
You He went for the coconut. Damn. And the coconut said, "Feed me, Seymour." Well, I mean, it said "Feed me, Factor," really. But whatever, you know, fucking. And you got hate, bro, because that now you're part of my stew. And now my stew has Grammy nominated. It's got an Emmy winner. It's got a bunch of dope ass. Man, this stew is fantastic. I want some of it.
Damn, and I wanted to see the three-headed shark attack and the Crocosaurus attack too, man.
Hey, man, he just decided to give fucking he chose the quick way out because you really did give him a worse way out, Chuckles. But that's not the end of the game, Chris, because now you go to hell, right? But this is the No Fucks Given Hour, and we like to give options in all things. Fuck, even hell, all right? So we're going to give you 3 more options. Tell us what you want for your eternity. Chuckles, option 1.
All right, option 1, like I said before, we're going to throw in a little creativity from your side. So you're in the room with the clown of Circus Kane. In a room, he just stares at you until the door shuts, and that's when all hell breaks loose, bro. That's when he, like, grabs his blades, any type of weapons he loves to use to dismember people, and he just, like, mutilates you in the most graphic way as possible until you're nothing more but a severed head. And that severed head, well, he just keeps it for his own personal terms behind closed doors. That's your first hell, number 1.
So you're going to just kind of get to keep reliving that. Apparently my dog wasn't even fond of that option. My dog's like, "What the fuck, Chuckles? Jesus Christ, man." Freaking my dog out, bro. That's impressive.
That was perfect timing, too.
That's legit impressive, right? The second, man, I mean, it's coming out in not even but a couple days, so I just got to put you in a perma-purge, right? You're in a permanent purge, but you're in a permanent purge and you're a paraplegic.
Can't do shit. Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah. See, you're out in the middle of the road, like you're just there, and you're either gonna figure out a way to live a little while and then probably die, and then come back and relive it, or like it's just. And you're gonna get those fucked up purge guys that just want to play in a weird way. And this is just permanent, man. Perma purge, paraplegic style. Man, that's a fucking bit of a tongue twister. Jesus Christ. Chuckles, option 3.
All right, option number 3. Well, as much as like this is another creation, because this is all by you, man. This is your interview. So door hell number 3, you're in a room with the camel spiders. Yeah, motherfucker, you're in this big ass spider room, and they're just crawling you the inside of your mouth, the outside, so everything is all devoured head to toe. That's your third hell number 3.
So,
Which of
all
your
right,
creations
let
do
me
you want
let me
to suffer?
let me paraphrase so I understand my options. First option is I'm stuck in the room with the clown from Circus Kane, who is okay. I got that one. The next one is the purge, but I'm paraplegic, and the next one is the camel spiders. Well, let's see. It's a constant. So the purge, paraplegic. There's nothing I can do there. So that's the one we have to just kind of get rid of that one because there's nothing other than to lay there and get chopped up, and then we do it over and over and over again. So there's no fun in that. Camel spiders. If you can't kill them, then you know again same issue. Now with the Circus Kane clown, if you guys watch the movie, you understand that the clown isn't actually as evil as you think he is. Everybody they bring in to kill has a problem, or they have a bigger skeleton than the normal person in the closet. So you know it's one of those situations. Once you figure out the possibility with the clown, you may not want to chop you up.
Hey.
So.
Chris,
I would take my chances.
This
with
is the island creativity.
yeah, we did
of
clarify
our
you're
side.
in hell, right?
No, I get it, bro. I gotta think about these things for a second. Watch it, and then you know, of course, the twistedness of it goes on. But I would take the clown just because the aspect of even if it is a human-looking thing versus spiders, and not being able to do a damn thing as a paraplegic. So, yeah.
All right, so you chose
Man.
the hell factor.
That's just It's terrible that we inflicted him with something that was kind of his own creation. I sort of love that. It's kind of funny. It's like when we did that to Insane Poetry, but that's a different point altogether, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, he chose as hell. He chills with the Killer Clown. They just not from outer space, but they still go to slice up Christopher. Yeah, that's what they gonna do, man. That's terrible. And it's been a hell of an interview. You got any shout outs you want to give? Any final thoughts?
No, bro, it's been a good time on here with you guys. I hope everyone enjoys some of the films we got coming up. And, yeah, just keep looking out. We stay busy. Oh, and there's a silent guy we don't talk about much. He always calls himself the silent producer. Joshua Williams, he's responsible for a lot of stuff in the last year and a half. He's one of our producers that we deal with quite a bit. And like I said, he goes by, he likes being in the background, but I told him I'd drop his name at some point. So there he goes.
Hell
like
yeah.
the Silent Bob of film directing. Hell yeah.
Always give credit where credit is due. I agree. That's a great words of advice. Hey, I gotta say real quick, as far as some shit I got coming up, man, here fucking coming up tomorrow, you can catch my ass in Mr. DKB of No Fucks Given Radio out with the second annual free and independent show, Kokomo, Indiana, Front Row Live, right? You can see all the artists. It's a dope fucking lineup. You can see that right there. And then August 11th, you can see myself and DKB again open it up for Schizo up at Cheers Pub in South Bend, Indiana. Make sure you check out that show tomorrow and that other show August 11th. And then I know fucking Chuckklez, you got Gorefest coming up, right?
Yeah, buddy.
You're going to be able to catch him out there swinging, fucking removing more heads, getting them for his fucking collection. And you can catch Chris all over the fucking place because, damn, bro, you put in work, but now you're dead, bro. I'm sorry. That's just how we had to do. I do, so love my stew. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the No Fucks Given Hour. Have it well. Wait, no, I gotta end it the way I said I was gonna end it. Because I about totally spaced that, man. Because, like, you do have some shit that you are heavily involved with coming out in just a couple days, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted everybody to have that shit on their mind, right? So I'm gonna play it for y'all real quick. I just gotta press a couple motherfucking buttons. I know all these buttons, right? I do. It's a lot of goddamn buttons. Did my wife just like stop the fucking backtrack on me? No, man, look, that's like, she's like, I thought you were ready. I'm like, I gotta fucking open the window. I got a window capture. I gotta make sure it's the right goddamn window. You know? Fuck. She don't know what it is. But, again, shout out Christopher Olen Ray. Thanks for stopping by, man. It was a hell of an interview. Chuckles, always fucking pleasure. You know, co-host, you can catch him again and again and again on No Fucks Given Radio. But for right now, check out this trailer for The Purge. The first one?
Yeah.
That shit showed a preview. It was playing a fucking ad. Sorry about that, guys. Here you go.
Fuck YouTube.
Well, like I said, if you're watching the trailer, anything you see guys being dragged behind motorcycles or out the guy's window, there's a flaming vehicle smashing into one of the cars.
It won't make you feel
That's all
any
the stuff to
better.
be shot.
Here, now I got
Hell
it.
yeah.
It was the fucking site was muted and the goddamn volume was all the way down. Let's try this one more time. Here's the fucking trailer for The First Purge. Have a good night. God damn it, that was annoying.
Tonight allows people a release for all the hatred and violence that they keep up inside them.
This won't bring him back. It won't make you feel any better. Thank you.
It is a night that is defining our country.
Citizens, this will be a tradition we celebrate every year. Join the First Purge.
Isaiah, come say bye.
Go do your thing, sis.
Always.
I'll see you tonight.
People are now calling this controversial experiment of legalized crime the Purge.
Do not purge!
Do not purge! You and Isaiah, just stay with me during the purge.
Oh, we're gonna be fine on our own.
We are here with Dr. May Updale. She came up with this experiment. Is the purge a political device?
It is a psychological one. If we want to save our country, we must release all our anger in one night.
Tonight, we'll see the good and evil in everyone.
This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the First Purge.
Our neighborhood is under siege from a government who doesn't give a shit about any of us.
At the siren, all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 hours.
There's a lot of good people out there who we're gonna have to protect.
All emergency services will be suspended.
We gotta be prepared for anything.
Your government thanks you for your participation.
Parties, you predicted a much higher level of participation.
Human nature does not obey the laws of politics.
What the hell is going on?
They all ex-military. Something funky going down, D.
You're sending soldiers into the island disguised as citizens.
This country needs for this to work.
No one's coming to help us. After tonight, nothing will ever be the same again.
They forgot about one thing. They forgot about us.
What have I done?
Run! Stay strong, huh? I'm coming.
Just remember all the good the Purge does.
Oh, like, that's a fucking crazy ass. Hold on, I gotta die. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, again, that's the First Purge, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you catch it and check this shit out. Check out No Fucks Given Radio. Go check out Christopher Olen Ray, and have a good night.